Whenever we come out to say that Arsenal are very, very, very lucky to be a potential candidate to win this league, it will feel as if we are trying to, banter or chastise. It might be a banter, yes, but the reality is that if you check at it, there is no single star that is emerging, that is making things happen. At least in every Premier League potential champion, there is always a breakout star in terms of assists, in terms of dribbles, in terms of passes, in terms of goals scored. If you look at these factions or these sections, this collective bulk that makes up a team that you say, oh, these people, they deserve to win this Premier League or they deserve to win this title. Arsenal, no, they there. Their highest goal scorer is Gyökeres, and he's 10 strikes and an assist, I think, just a goal behind Uguekitike, and about 4 goals behind Jack Pedro, and 12 goals behind Erling Haaland. So if you fraction it for, like, say, Arsenal and Manchester City, I think Arsenal in the last 10 years, they've only had 2 players that finished top 5 in the Premier League highest goal scorer, if I stand to be corrected. And Arsenal have so far been involved in top 5 highest goal scorer in the last 10 years for only 3 times. Aubameyang did it twice, and Alexis Sanchez. All those times we say they sign Lacazette, them don't score. They don't even, their season point tally no finish them among top 5 highest goal scorers. So it goes to show you how poor Arsenal have been all this while in terms of having good centre forwards during the years. It happened to Manchester City. I can recall when it feels like the bones of Aguero were already weighing down. Pep Guardiola was concerned. And I can remember after Liverpool won the Premier League in 2020, Manchester City won it twice in a row. So after Guardiola won that league back to back in 2020/2021/2022, he came to realize that Aguero needed a huge competitor, a replacement rather, because Aguero was already waning down before the injury hit him. And he had to pick Haaland, who would come later in the future, because then Haaland was in Borussia Dortmund. But then the thing is here, there's always, trajectory about every potential candidate to win the Premier League, or every champion in the Premier League must at least have one player that finished among top 5 goal scorers in the Premier League, or top 5 assists. Only Man City did it in that year that I mentioned, and then Arsenal are following that trajectory. I don't know if Chelsea or one other team have done it before, that they didn't have a single player in that top 5 highest goal scorer, but then won the Premier League. But what we are saying is that Arsenal is not like people are not good. People are showing us that you are worthy, but we have not seen a convincing, player, a breakout star that will crown the efforts of all this on our endeavor. If you go back now, if to say on don't win, they will go back and say, who was the highest goal scorer that season? Arsenal did not finish among the top 5. Highest goal assist, Arsenal did not finish among the top 5. Then who was the player that made things happen? Like this now, we cannot bring out a single player from Arsenal and say, this is the player of the season. No. This is not a banter or coming from a place of it. There is no single player in Arsenal team now that has performed a player of the season performance so far.